Okay, I thought I'd give you a little rundown of how things are going to work and how they're going to look for our Sunday afternoon service here at the building in person at 5 o'clock. So if you're coming, please come nice and early. I'd suggest around 4:45. You need to stay in your family units and you need to stay socially distanced at least 2 meters apart. So if you're waiting outside, there's plenty of space, isn't there, in the car park or the driveway to stand at a distance from others. If you'd rather wait in your car, that's fine, and somebody will come and call you in when it's your turn. So you'll be invited in, one group at a time. And you'll see when you come into the foyer, we've got the usual signage up to remind you about hand washing and distance. Mark has helpfully put us up some hand sanitizer units. You don't have to touch anything here, just place your hand below and it will automatically dispense some liquid, possibly more than you actually need. So give that a good rub into your hands and then in you come. Person greeting you will take your name and a telephone number because we need to do track and trace. Oh, one thing I forgot, everybody will need to wear a mask. Please bring a mask or a face covering. If you don't have one, we do have some spares. So here's the room set out in pairs and family groups and individual seating. And I've done this for everybody who has booked. So we can fit in everybody who has booked so far to come. And we do have space for possibly 2 other couples or a couple of single people or maybe one family group. So if you want to come, please let me know. So all of the seating is at least 2 meters apart. In the corner we'll have our worship group, so Jess and Vicky and Colin. They will be able to sing for us. We will not be able to sing, and we will all be seated at least 3 meters from them. So these chairs nearest them are more than 3 meters away from them or the lectern. We've got a tripod set up, so we'll be trying to live stream to Facebook or YouTube whilst we're doing the service here, so others at home can join in. There'll be no use of Bibles or hymn books. It'll all be on the screen, or please bring your own Bibles with you. We're going to keep the windows open for lots of ventilation, so it's autumn now. Please wrap up appropriately. If you need to use the toilet, please do so only if necessary. If they're not used, that means we don't have to go through and thoroughly clean them. But if you do, you're asked to hand sanitize again so that your hands are nice and clean when you come through. And if you use the toilets afterwards, please take an antibacterial wipe and wipe the flash and the taps and the door handle. After the service, you'll be dismissed, again, one family group at a time. We do have, because of regulations, to vacate to do the service in as brief a time as is possible, and not to spend longer than is necessary together and to linger. So when you come back out into the car park, I'm not going to say you can't stand at a social distance in a group no bigger than 6 and have a brief hello and a talk. I don't think anybody is going to begrudge you doing that, report you from doing that, as long as you're not blocking the route for anybody else coming out. So if you want to stand near your cars, have a quick little catch up. But ideally, if you want to socialise, it'd be great if you could organise to go off somewhere else. Maybe you could invite somebody else to your home for Sunday tea or something. What a great idea. And have fellowship in your home. So I hope you're coming Sunday. If you haven't booked yet, as I say, there's room for a few more. If you turn up on Sunday and we're fully booked and you haven't booked, just be warned, you might not be permitted to stay. So please be praying for this time, pray for the logistics, that everything would work well, that we'd adjust. But most of all, this will be a wonderful time of praise to glorify God for his abundant goodness and provision for us, for the harvest, but ultimately for the provision of all that he gives us in Christ.